Hey guys, Justin Bryant here, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about some mental strategies to help you today, and how to overcome your fear of rejection in business and other parts of your life as well, because this applies to many different things we face throughout life. And if you're scared of rejection, it'll hold you back from pretty much everything you could ever want to accomplish, whether it's a good relationship, whether it's success in sales or any kind of business. Rejection is a part of it, and you have to learn to deal with it rather than run from it. So I'm going to go over with you 6 basic strategies you can start implementing and start working on to get rid of your fear of rejection. The first one is to realize that it can't be avoided. It's not something that you can successfully run from your entire life. And one thing I found out the hard way as a young entrepreneur is, you're going to have to deal with it probably on a daily basis, especially when you're making business deals and things like that. And for every yes, you're going to get a lot more no's, okay? But it's about being able to get through those no's and know while knowing that a yes is coming if you stick with it. There's actually a great analogy that one of my mentors actually uses a lot, and it's about a deck of cards. And he uses a deck of cards to say, you're looking for those aces. Those aces are your yeses when it comes to big business deals or great relationships. And you're going through this deck, and you might go through, a whole lot of cards without seeing a single ace in the deck. But you still know that there's 4 aces in every deck. So eventually, if you keep going and you stick with it, as long as you don't quit, you will find those aces. So it's the same thing with this. Every no you get is one no closer to a yes. So I want you to keep that in mind and start thinking that way when you go out and do things that deal with rejection. Secondly, it's a numbers game. Okay, like I said, for every yes, you're going to get a lot more no's. When it comes to things like sales, okay, when it comes to like a website, for instance, only about 2% of your traffic is going to convert into leads. No matter how good your stuff is, no matter how good your blog posts are, if it's just people looking for a blog post on something, only about 2% of those people are going to become leads. Now obviously if you drive paid traffic to a capture page or something like that, it's going to be much higher. It might be 30 or 40%. But when it comes to just organic traffic to a blog and things like that, almost every business has one these days, but they realize that it's a numbers game and that about 2% of all of their traffic will become leads, and then a certain small percentage of them will become sales on a given day. So you have to account for that and realize that there's going to be a lot of people that say no to your offer of becoming a lead, but you're looking for those yeses and you got to stick with it. It's all part of the numbers, and it's very predictable once you start realizing that. Next, everyone has to deal with it. You look at the people on Shark Tank, for instance, Mark Cuban and all these people that are billionaires or multi-millionaires, then none of these people just had a real easy life. Mark Cuban used to sell like trash bags and stuff like that door to door. Damon John, he used to have to make all his own clothes before he could outsource that. And he used to deal with getting made fun of a lot when he was younger because he was into fashion. I mean, these people have dealt with a lot of things, and they all had to just deal with it, overcome it, and realize it's a part of life to get where they want to go, and see how they turn out. Now they're some of the most successful people in the world. But if they had been rejected over and over again and they just decide to quit because of that, they would probably be struggling today. So it's all about sticking with it. Another thing, don't take it personally. A lot of people, they think everything is very personal and they get very emotional about it, but you got to look at it like another day at the office. Another mentor of mine who's a very successful man online said, you got to look at everything as another day at the office. He's always been scared of the kind of people that he does business with, or if he mentors them and they get real emotional about every business deal that they might close, or every call that they have, or every lead that they get. You got to look at it like it's all part of the game, it's all part of the numbers, it's all part of getting those yeses and going through whatever it takes to get them. But a lot of people might get too emotional about it, and I don't want you to make that mistake. It's all just part of getting through the no's to get to the yeses, like I've said a million times. But don't get emotional about every little rejection. Obviously, you'll get more emotional about things like relationships and stuff like that, but when you do get rejected, realize that it's just because it wasn't meant to be. It's not supposed to work, and that something that will work is still coming your way eventually. You also need to develop a short-term memory. If you've ever watched NBA players and playing professional basketball, Kobe Bryant, for instance, will maybe he'll have a bad first quarter. If you watch basketball, you'll know that some players can start off slow sometimes, and all the players have those nights. But he still keeps shooting because he believes in himself. He knows he's going to make his shots if he sticks with it. And for every no, which would be a missed shot, he's going to get some yeses, which are makes. And that's how you win. You keep taking the shots you know you can make. And you're never going to make 100% of them. You're lucky if you even make half of them. And all these players are professionals because they realize that, and they prepare for that. And last but not least, develop mental toughness. One thing I really recommend is you read every day. If you read books like Think and Grow Rich, or some subconscious mind, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, that's a great book by Dr. Murphy. Psycho-Cybernetics is another one. And these books are really great at helping you develop a mental toughness and a mental understanding of how humans think, and allow you to identify where you're hurting yourself in your thinking, because all your success in relationships, life, business, all that stuff is mental. Now your physical toughness and things like that, I've heard a great saying that kind of goes with this, and it said, your physical strength will get you to the starting line, but your mental strength will get you to the finish line. You gotta start thinking that way. You gotta start developing your mind for 30 minutes a day by reading, and reading on psychology and the way your subconscious mind works and the way people think that are successful. And a lot of your people that you look up to write books about themselves and how they got to where they are. So you might get them and try them out. But if you develop your mental toughness, you get that short-term memory, and you don't dwell on the past failures. You just look towards the future successes. You don't take them personally or get your emotionals too involved just over a couple of no's. And you realize that everyone has to deal with rejection at some point to get where they want to go, and that you're no different, and that you're just doing what everybody else has to. And you realize it's a numbers game, and that rejection can't be avoided. You'll be able to get through the day much easier. You won't have to worry about rejection near as much. Okay? So if you work on those 6 things, I guarantee you'll get much better results in your life. And if you like the video, please like it, subscribe, and share it with your fans on social media. And don't forget to leave a comment telling me what you thought. And even if you want to add some more strategies to it, I'd really be open to seeing those. And don't forget to visit us at selfmadesuccess.com, where I do all my full blog posts and go even in more depth for you and teach you more things and give you some resources. And I'll see you in the next video. This is Justin Bryant, and I'll have some more value coming your way tomorrow.